And this is how you get a monster chest at home. We start out with 2 sets of warm-up push-ups. Don't overdo it. I stick with about 15 reps, or I could probably get 50 or 55 fresh max. This is me pumped up most of the way through my training session. Just like I would start on a flat bench. I do a couple warm-up sets here. I stretch, get my pec ties in order, do some circumductive shoulder exercises, loosen up the triceps, loosen up the lats, and I'm ready to go. Do a couple of empty cans, really be conscientious and think about that shoulder. The shoulder complex is a very volatile joint system. It ties right in with the hips, lateral movement, transverse movement. You can't get into complex multiplanar exercises without mobility in the joints. So here, I focus on the explosive. I breathe in on the way down, inhale and explode. Inhale and explode, but I don't over accentuate the movement. Once the chest has its warm up, I will start to in on a more explosive program where I'm using a band here that is a green band between 180 and 220 pounds of force and a 40 to 60 pound band. So in all, I'm getting about 225 pounds of pressure here. It very much equates to 225 on the bench. Proper hand placement, proper placement of the band on the back so it's not cutting into you. Then I will add in between 25 and 35 extra resistance with the red band. I'm adding in 1 red band on the preceding set and 2 red bands on the final set. I'm only able to get about 5 to 8 reps. It very much equates to a 285 pound to 320 pound bench press. All in all, I start out just like in a pyramid system where I'm doing a warm-up. I top out with the maximum resistance, and I come back down and try to get maximal reps with the lightest possible weight, which is my body weight. And that's when I really feel the pump come on. So this is the first base, or 5 or 6 sets. If you're a beginner, you can literally just stick with this. The great thing about the iso tension combination with resistive bands is that I can stop, I can pulse, like do partial repetitions. I can twist my arms, my wrists, and get my shoulders more involved by doing a twisting motion, just like if I were using a dumbbell. I can go into a press, and I can go into a fly movement. And that's coming up next in the next exercise. This is a little bit of the pump I got. As you can see, I get more action from the left side, so that's why it makes it crucial that I'm going into these fly movements, because I had a major shoulder injury on my right side. So I really try to accentuate and specify my right side as I'm going through this press and this fly. I did 3 sets here. There's a lot of tension, and I will lean into the tension. Instead of backing away initially, I want more tension. This very much equates to doing dumbbells, but it's also a lot like the free motion machine. It catches up with you very quickly because the smaller ancillary muscles, the synergistic muscles that are involved here, burn out very quickly because they are under tension constantly. Time under tension. This is me about halfway into my workout right before I do the dips. You can see I'm getting a little more action from that right side, right? The pump is even all the way through. This is how you get a monster chest at home. Look at that pump. Then I go into dips. So I just did 3 sets. I did 4 to 6 sets prior to that. So I'm in the 8 or 9 set bracket. And now I'm finishing up. You can add tension to your bar dips, but I don't need it here. I'm pretty much hitting my max after all that work at about 15 reps, where I could get maybe 30 to 35 reps fresh. I'm really feeling it. I'm really getting that pump. So all in all, I ended up doing about 13 sets. I was gonna go back and do a finishing set with push-ups, but it wasn't required. And this is just a base workout of 12 to 13 sets at home for a monster chest. Really accentuate the explosive. Here, I know my form isn't looking that great, but I am burned out. Over the months, other areas have caught up.